Hello my YouTube friends, I'm so excited in this lesson. In this lesson, I want to teach you on how you can create a steel frame that you are seeing on the screen. In this lesson, I'm going to show you all the steps that you need to do for you to create such type of a steel frame. This is a structural steel frame in Revit, and I'll show you all the steps that you need to undertake for you to create the board truss that you are seeing here. Most importantly, I'll show you and create a family which you are going to use to create the palings on top of the board truss. Now, the standard way of the creation of the palings is not going to work because you cannot place a reference plane on top of the board truss. On any curved surface, you are not going to create a reference plane. Therefore, the method that we use for on flat surfaces where you place the palings on flat surfaces is not going to work. So now what I want to do in this lesson is to show you all those steps. I'll show you on how you can create a mullion, which is a family, and also show some of the techniques that you are supposed to use as you place your palings on top of a board truss or any curved roof, as we are going to see in this lesson. So without wasting time, let's get started in this lesson. Now, before I proceed, I want to ask all of you, my viewers, please don't just watch my videos. Subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification. That way, if I upload some new content, some fresh content, you'll be the first one to be notified. And you are going to learn so many things on this channel. And if at all there's anyone who'd like to join me in one of the courses, I have a number of courses: Revit Architecture, Robot Structure Analysis and Revit Structure, and some more courses are coming. Please check the links in the description. So let me proceed and we see on what we are going to do. So from here, again, I just want to show that this is what we are going to do as I've already explained. And the first thing that we want to start with is, of course, to open a new project, because we want to show you everything that you're supposed to do. I'll go to new, to file there, and go to new and click on project, and I'll just click on browse there, and I'll go back there and just go to English. Once you do that, since this one is a structural steel project, I'll go to the template, which is structural analysis, the default template. I'm not using any custom template. I'll just click on OK and just click on OK. And as you can see, we have the blank canvas here. So what I'll do is to just go to any of the elevations here. And what I'll do, I'll just click one of those, right click, create similar, and I just want to add one level on top from there and just click another point there. Now what I want to do is to just check the spacing for these levels. I'll just click that one on top, and I just want to have 4m, which is 4 meters, enter from your keyboard. Then for this one, I can just type 1.5m for 1.5 meters, okay, and enter from my keyboard. Okay, so I have my levels. Then I'll go to one of the levels, which is level 1, where I want now to place my grids. I'll just go there and just open level 1, as you can see from here. Then I'll go to structure, then click on grid, and I'll just place a number of grids here. I'll click the first one, the first point, the second point. Then I just want to have a number of these, okay, just like that. This point, second point. I'll check the spacing later so that you can see how you can change the spacing. I'll click on modify to escape. So we have 1 up to 4. Then I'll select one of these, right click, create similar, and I want to have the first point. Click the first point, the second point, escape from there. And with this one, I just want to start with letter A, that is capital A, then click inside. And I'll select that one, right click, create similar, and I just want to have, again, maybe let me have about 3 of these, this one from there, and I just want to have 5 meters in between. I can even watch from there, click the first point and the second point. Then I can also just place it at random, and I should be able to adjust it like that. So just cancel from there. Now I know that maybe in this other direction, this is where I'll just delete this one and just leave these 3, then just drag it like that. Then I'll change this one to 5 meters, 5m, enter from my keyboard. And this one also, click there, 5m, and enter on my keyboard. Then I'll need to add one. Then for this, I just need to add maybe 4 meters, 4m, enter. I want to have 4 meters also for M. Enter on my keyboard, and I just want to add one more. So click one, right click, create similar, and this time I'll just make sure that I watch the 4 meters from there, this point up to that point, and this is what I want to create. So I'll click there and simply drag it so that I'm just trying to clean up my grids. I will leave it there. Okay, so my frame is done. I mean the grids are done, and I'll start now the creation of the columns, and that is the first thing that I want to do. I'll start with the column. So let's proceed with the column. So what I'll do, I'll just go to structure, and for the columns you just need to click on column. Then I'll go to the properties there and just counter check the column that I want to use. So I'll use a 305. I think this is the one that I'm going to use. If at all you want to load some more columns, you can just go to load family there. I'll just go back and make sure that I go to English, then go to UK, and I want to find structural columns right there. Now you just go to still there, and you can pick anything from here. I'll just go to British Standard. You can go to, to any folder. I'll use this one, click on open, and I'll use a 254. I think I'll use this one, click on open. It's right here, and I can simply just place it here. Now before you place it, make sure that you check the top and the bottom part of the column. These are the settings which are important. So I'll go under the depth there, I'll change it to height, and there I'll make sure that it goes from level 1 up to level 2. So I'll click it there, or I've missed it. I'll make sure that I click there, the intersection. So it's right there. I don't know why it keeps on jumping there, but what I want to do, let me click it there. Okay, it's right there, as you can see, and I'll go back here and make sure that it's right there. All right, then escape and delete this one from there. As you can see, we have the columns. Now if I just open the 3D view, you see that I have the 2 columns. I'll change this one to shaded and fine level of detail. So I have the 2 columns there. Now I'll go back to level 1, and I just want to create an elevation there by going to view, and I'll go to elevation and framing elevation, and I'll just hover my cursor there, click and escape from there. Then I can double click the head for this view so that I just have this view open like this. Just drag it from there so that you can see it here. Now I'll go to level 1, and now start placing my trusses, because I want to create a truss from here. And what I'm going to do is to simply go to structure, and I'll go to truss. Okay, just go to truss there, and from here I can check if the truss is loaded. Now if at all you go to the properties there, you don't see the truss that you want, make sure that you load, and let me show you how to do that. So I'll simply go to load family there. Then under the load family, I'll simply go back to make sure that I go to structural trusses. So where are the structural trusses? I'll make sure that you find it within here, structural trusses. Then I'll simply pick this one, and I'll show you on how you can edit it. You can pick any of these and modify. I'll click on open. All right, it's loaded here, and that is the Pratt flat truss standard. We are going to modify it. Now make sure that you pick the level where you want to create your truss. I'll go to level 2, and I'll pick it from this point. Even if we are at level 1, but I know that the truss will sit right where level 2 is. So I'll just go to level 2, as you can see from there, and I'll close there. It's telling me to say that the truss is not visible here because I'm on level 1, but once I go to level 2 or maybe to 3D view, I'm going to see my truss. So let's see what we have in 3D. So I'll go to the 3D, and you see that we have the truss right here, as you can see. Okay, so I'll go to the left view here. You see that we have the truss. Now from here, I just need to pick the truss, and from here what I want to do now is to just modify the truss so that now I can create the board truss by just modifying the truss that we have. So I'll select on the truss here, and click on edit, and from here I'll simply pick on the top chord. All right, then I'll pick these two so that I can sketch my truss. I'll click on that one, and I just want my truss to start from that one. Remember to pick the top chord because that's the one you want to modify. then I'll pick that one there, and you see that I'm able to drag it like this. So maybe I'll leave it somewhere there and click, right click, and cancel from here. Again, cancel, and just delete this one because now you have created the top code from there. I'll just click on delete. So we have this one here and this one. Let's see what we have by clicking finish there. And as you can see, we have the board truss. So now the next step is for you to just change the members, as we are going to see in these next steps. Okay, so now from here, I'm just going to delete some of the members. I'll just hover my cursor there, then tab on my keyboard, select on that one, and pin it there, and I'll simply delete from there because these small pieces, I don't need them. Then tab, select on it, click there and delete from there, and I'll also delete this one. Tab to select it, click, then unpin it, delete from there. I'll go on the other side, tab, select it, unpin, and delete from there. Okay. Now we have now to pick the members for our top chord, bottom chord, the vertical, and the diagonal members. So what I want to do is now to first of all load what I want to to have the members to have. Okay, so if I select on the truss there, click on edit, I'll show you on how to work with this. But if I just check here, you see that I have few members here and I don't have the members that I want to use. Okay, maybe for some reason, yeah, I think some of them are loaded, because I want to use the circular hollow section 21 to 44, but maybe let me just load some more members and you're going to see them here. So I'll simply go to insert and click on load family there, and I'll go back. Okay, then I'll go to structural framing, and I'll go to the truss. This is structural framing. Then I'll go to steel. Okay, make sure that you go to steel. Then you can now pick what you want from here. And I'll go to this one and pick circular hollow section, then open, and let me pick some of the members here. I'm going to pick maybe 148. There is 148. Okay, I can pick maybe the first one as 139, and I can also pick another member. Now it's up to you. I'll just pick some of them at random, and I can add as many members as possible if I want. I'll leave that one and click on OK. I've loaded some of the members here. Now it's up to you, depending on the design. You can pick the members. I'll click on override from here, and I'll now pick the truss from here and click on edit type. Then from here, I'll start with the top chords. All right, then the framing type, you just go to the framing type here, and now pick the one that you want to use for the top chord. Now for the circular hollow section, I just want to use, is it 244? I can go and pick the 168. Now it's entirely up to you to pick what you want. 168 for the top chord and also the bottom chord. Let me pick the same one, which is 168, as you can see from here. So circular hollow section, and where is 168? Right there. Then now for the vertical webs, I'll pick one type. So I'll go to framing. Since I picked 168 for this one, now I just want to pick maybe the 127. Sorry. So I want a circular hollow section from here, and you can go ahead and pick what you want. But for me, let me just go down and pick what I want. I'll pick a 114 from here. Okay, and also go to the other one, the diagonals, and pick also the 114, as you can see from here. Then apply, and okay, perfect. As you can see, it looks cool, and this is what I want. I'll just click there and center there, and I'm able to orbit like that. So in this way, you can create the board truss. As you can see, the board truss looks perfect. Now, before I do anything, I want to make sure that now I copy the members, so that as I put my details here on the sheet, it looks neat and you don't want to have these spaces. So the trick that I'm going to use, I'll just go to steel there, and I'm just going to use the copy there. All right, if I just pick this one and hold Control, pick that one, I can right click, finish, and let's see what we have here. Okay, it's copying perfectly, as you can see. All right, now let me try to propagate by right clicking and click on propagate connection. This is a feature in Revit. Okay, some of them are propagated, but I can still continue until I finish all the members. This one, hold Control, that one, right click, finish. Okay, it looks perfect. And go on and do the same for the rest of the members. Go to copying, select this one, hold control, select that one, right click, finish. All right, now there's a problem here. I'll undo once, and let me try to select on it, right click and propagate. Maybe some of it will be propagated here, as you can see. Yeah, even here. Then I'll go once again to copy, and I'll select this one, hold control, that one, right click, finish. Okay, I'll leave it like that. And you can see that some of the members are already copied because I propagated. You can go ahead and continue until everything looks perfect by just making use of the copy feature there to clean it up. Okay, now the next thing that I want to do is to just add the base plate here. Now the base plate is quite simple. You just need to go to steel there, then go to the connection settings there. And from here, make sure that you load the connections that you want to use. If your computer is a bit slow, make sure that you don't load everything. But for me, I'm not worried. I can load everything by selecting everything. Instead of looking for one base plate, I can still add everything there. Then click OK. Everything is loaded here. And I can simply even start by selecting on that member. Then go to steel and click on connection. Then I can now find my base plate even by typing base from here. Right there, as you can see, we are going to see the base plate. Okay, so this is the one that we have. Now I just need to make sure that I change the settings for my base plate. Make sure that you go to the properties, the settings, and change and pick, you know, the sizes for the bolts, the anchors, and everything, the plate thicknesses according to your design. So I'll select on this one, and what I'm going to do is to simply go to edit type. I'll click on edit once again. And there are a few settings that I want to change, as you are going to see here. I'll go to the base plate. The thickness I will not change. What I just want to change are the base plate dimensions from here. The anchor holes. Actually, most important, let me just go to the anchor holes. I'll go there and I'm looking for the holding down bolts. I think it should be somewhere here, as you can see right there. Then from here, I can now pick the one that I want to use. Maybe I want to use 20. Then the grade 8.8. So maybe I'll just change this one as the most important setting for me. Then I'll also go to this one. And now you can see that I can start counter checking how this one is. So maybe I just want to increase this one to 350. Click somewhere else, as you can see. Now I can counter check the edge and end distances. I'll go to anchors parallel to flange. Maybe let me also do maybe 300 with this one. Click there. And for me, I'm okay with what I have. You can go ahead and change the words. You know, you can change all sorts of things here, but these are the most important things that I want to change for me. So I'll just click on OK and apply. Okay, so we have the base plate there. I'll select on it. You can see that we don't have anything here. So I want to propagate on the other side. I'll right click and propagate connection. You can see that we have the base plate on the other side and it looks perfect, as you can see from here. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and start creating frame by frame, but that is not, you know, the most efficient way. What you want to do is just to create one and simply copy, and this is what I'm going to do. So from here, I'll now select everything, this frame, as you can see from here. Right, just want to make sure that I pick the frame like that. Then I can go to level 1 and you can see that this is selected. Then I'll go to copy from there, make sure that multiple and constraint is picked. Then I'll pick it from there and just continue copying from that point. And that point, as you can see, it's so fast. And if I go to the 3D view, you can see that you have, you know, the trusses right there, as you can see. Now, the next step for me is to create, you know, the bracings, or maybe let me, you know, place the tie beam there and it to be at level 2. So I can just open level 2 from there. And I want the tie beam, I think is in that direction. And I'll just go to structure, then I'll go to beam, and now make sure that I pick the size that I want to use. Let me pick another 114, I think. Then I'll make sure that, you know, chain is selected, and I just want to pick it from that point and make sure that you click there. And you see that since I picked chain, I'm able to continue like that until I reach the end. Then I can escape once. I'm still in the command and I can continue picking that point, pick that point, pick that point and that one, then escape completely from that command. If you don't want to see the lines like that, you can go to fine level of detail so that you see it like that. Let me go to the 3D view. As you can see, I have the tie beam there. Now I just want to drop it a bit, so I'll select that one, and that one, and orbit on the other side. And I also want to select this one, and that one. Then from here, I just want to go to justification, the Z offset. Let me try negative, maybe 200. Then just move my cursor inside. You can see that my tie beam has been dropped a bit, and this is what I want. Now let me just, hide the levels by going to visibility graphics, VG on your keyboard, then find the levels within here. Where are my levels? Make sure that you go to annotation, then find the level. Okay, so we have the level there. Apply OK, and at least it's clean. This is what I want to see. So it's shaping up, as you can see. So make sure that I explain everything from start to finish. So if you like what I'm doing, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and like the video. So let's continue. So what I want to do is now to create my bracings here, and the bracings again are easy to create. Let me just go to level 1. The bracings are this side. So I'll first of all go to view, then go to elevation, then framing elevation, and I just want to hover my cursor there, click once, modify, then just double click that head there, then select the box, the outer box, and drag it outside like that, because I want to create my bracings within here. So my bracings here and here. So to create the bracing, go to structure, then go to brace, then pick the size for your bracing. I just want to pick maybe this one, which is 60. And maybe my bracing, I just wanted to start from maybe from that point and maybe up to that point. My bracing is there. Then this one, I'll just select on it and just try to mirror it from there by clicking there on mirror, and I'll pick that point and that point. I have these two, then I'll select this one and that one. I'll click on copy, and I can copy it from the center there, maybe from this point, and take it this side up to maybe that point, hoping that it works. I think it looks okay. Then what I want to do is to go to my 3D view, see that I have the bracing there. Then I'll hold Control and select these two members. Later on, I can split in the middle there. Don't have to worry. Click there, select there, then go to level 1. And I want to copy this side, the bracings this side to that other side by just clicking on copy. Then I'll select that line and just simply drag it up to there. Then modify, that is the escape completely. Then just go there, and this looks perfect. We have the bracings, we have the board truss, and everything looks perfect. Now this is the most important step that you have been waiting for. You are not able to pick the palings from the library, but those standard palings, and place it here, okay? Because you cannot create, or you cannot create a reference plane on top of a curved line. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. If I just go to one of the elevations like south, okay, maybe let me go to east. If I want to, if it's a flat top there, I want to place the palings, I'll go to the reference plane and put a plane there. But you notice that for this one, okay, maybe for some reason it's working, and I'll really be happy. I'll click on pick. Okay, so you can see this is the challenge. If I use the line, okay, if I use the line, you can see that I'm able to pick those lines, okay? So the straight lines, I can pick them, but if I use the line again, right, let me, yeah, you can't. You can see that this is a line, but it's not a line, it's not a straight line that I want. You can't do anything. You see that if I try to click there, this is just a straight line, so it doesn't make sense. If I use a pick line, I want to pick anything, it will just pick the straight ones, but the curves one, it doesn't. So there's a workaround for you to do that. And what I want to do is to just create a roof. I'll go to 3D view, and what I want to do, let me just do that. I'm going to create a roof on top here. So I'll go to east, And first of all, I'll go to maybe architecture and I'll go to roof. I'll click roof by extrusion. Okay. Then I can pick the plane. Maybe even, let me even pick grid 1. I think let me try to use grid 1. Click OK. Now it's asking me to pick a different view. Okay, then click on open. This is a different view, level 3. Let me try level 2. All right, so this is not a good view, so I'll simply cancel this one. Go to the east, then go to roof there, roof by extrusion. Okay, so I just need to pick, maybe let me use grid A, click OK, then level 2, I think. Let me use level 2, then click OK. Okay, so this is the perfect view. Now we just need to create, you know, that roof on top. But the type of roof that you want to create is a sloped glazing. Make sure that you continue watching. You see how you are able to create, you know, the palings on top. Okay, so we have picked that one, and I'll just use the pick lines, and I can pick. Okay, am I able to pick the top one for the sloped one? Yeah, I think let me pick the center one. Okay, as you can see now, I'll just move it there on top. Okay, let me first of all pick that one, right click cancel, and let me just move it on top there by clicking there and click on move, and I'll move it from this point up to that point. As you can see, it's perfect. So that is the sloped glazing, and if I just click on finish, then go to my 3D view. Okay, where is the sloped glazing? Now in Revit structure, this is a template. Please pay attention. You are not going to see the sloped glazing because this is a template for structures. It's not an architectural template, it's a structural template. So we just have to, you know, to activate it by going to VG, visibility graphics. Then I want to make sure that if I want, I can just activate everything here. So that, let me just activate everything. I can try to find the glazing or sloped glazing, but maybe I'll spend, I don't want to spend, you know, that time. So I'll just select this one. Okay, sorry, just make sure that everything is checked. Okay, should be in one of these instead of wasting time trying to pick one by one. The sloped glazing, let me just activate everything here, and the sloped glazing is one of those. I think actually it should be under roofs. Yeah, I should have just activated under roofs. Anyway, I've just activated everything so that I don't, you know, waste time trying to think which one is the sloped glazing. As you can see, I have it right there. Now there was a problem the way I created it. It's right here. How did I create it? I think it was something to do with the, the way I placed it. It's not like on top there because it has to be on top. So let me just delete it once again, then just go to east once again. So I'll go to roof and roof by extrusion. Then I'll just go to, maybe let me use grid line A once again. Then click on OK. All right, OK. Let me try to pick this one, or I can even use this one. Then pick this point from that point and to that point. Let me now pick the top one, which is this one. Okay, let's hope it will not be flat there, but it's okay. I can still, you know, try to counter check. It's always good. Okay, perfect. There's no mistake now. I don't know how I was making a mistake. So now I'll simply drag it here and make sure that it extends a bit because this is where I want my palings to be extended. Then I can also select this one and extend it a bit. Now remember, this is showing as a roof. I want to change this one to sloped glazing. Okay. All right. I'm so surprised. Why am I having it like this? Okay, let's try to play some of the palings. It will tell us where the mistake is. So I'll click on edit type. Okay, now you notice that if I go to grid 1 here, I click there, I can use maximum spacing and I want to use 1200 for my palings. Okay, that is grid 1. Okay, then maybe I also use grid 1 for the mullions. Now this is where we have to create a profile. You see that here we have a rectangular mullion 1, but this is not the one we want to use, but I'll just put it there and just click on apply, because I first of all want to see what I have here. Okay, it was looking as if it's flat. It's perfect. Okay, I shouldn't have even started changing. Okay, so you can see that this is how you place your palings there. Now you can see that this is rectangular. This is not the one that you want to use. So I'll show you now on how you can create, that profile and load it here. And this one is going to change to that channel, which is a C channel, and you can create any kind of a channel. So let me even move it up a bit so that we see what we are trying to do. I'll even move it up. I'll just click there. All right. And we have it here. Let me select on it, click on edit profile. Now, if I click on finish, I can even go here, and I think there should be an offset here, correct? Let me say maybe 100, move inside. Okay, you can watch it and make sure that, it just touches the top there. So maybe I'll use maybe 180, somewhere there. Right, maybe 178. Okay, it's perfect. Maybe I'm happy with where it is. All right. Now, if I want, I can even add one more member here and there. And what I want to do is to just select this one and click on edit type. Then what I want to do, I'll add the borders, the border 1 and border 2. Then I'll still use the same rectangular mullion. This is just a placeholder. I'll create, that mullion, and we'll swap with this one. I'll click on apply. Okay, perfect. And I'll just move this one later, as you are going to see. Okay, now let's create our family there, so that is the channel that we can use for this one. Okay, so I'll simply go to, but first of all, make sure that you save. Don't forget, I'll go to file, then save as a project, and I'll just put it on my desktop, and I'll call it my frame. All right, that is just a name, and I'll click on save. Okay, so I've saved it so that in case of anything, I can still retrieve it. So what I want to do now is to go to file and make sure that you pay attention on how you can create, this profile and apply it on top. So I'll go there and I'll go to new, and this is a family this time. Now, the one I'm looking for, first of all, let me go back once, go to English, and I want a metric, should be metric profile mullion, this one. Click on open. So this is where we are. Now, if you want, you can be specific with the dimensions for your profile. Okay, I'm going to use a C channel, which is 100, maybe by 60, and the thickness will be 10. You can refer to the actual profiles that you want to use. So I'll just click online there. And what I want to do is to, I'll just, sketch it maybe from this point, or maybe let me start, first of all, go to create that line. Okay, I'll not be so exact with what I want to do, the dimensions, but I want this one to be 50 at the top there. Okay, what am I doing? Create line there, just click there, 50 and enter there. And I also want to have 50 going down. All right, enter. So that is 100. Then going this direction, I just want to have maybe another 50, enter. And so, and also click there, another 50, enter. Okay, I'm happy with what I have. If I want, I can select on it and just move the arrow on my keyboard to move it like that. Now I just want to delete that line and just trim TR on your keyboard to trim that one. And now the thickness for this one is 10 millimeters. I'll just go to offset. Then 10 is actually right there. Then I can just do that to make sure that I have 10. Then I'll go to create, pick line, and pick line once again, and make sure that you close it like that. This is my channel. Now you can be specific with any channel that you want to create. GR on my keyboard just to trim, and that is my channel. It's complete. As you can see from here, you can add the fillets and anything according to how you want your channel to be. This is the mullion that you want to have, because we don't have it there by default, so you need to create this, channel by using that profile. Make sure that you can even pick, you know, from your standard profiles or how the size of your mullion will be or the paling will be. So this is what you sketch here. So now what I want to do is to save this one. I'll go to file and I'll go to save as a family, and I'll just save it on the desktop and I'll call it C. Okay, I'll call it C channel. Maybe the small letters or even the capital letters is fine. Then I'll click on save. All right, now what you need to do is to load it in your project. I can just click on load there. Then I want to load it within this one, curved roof. I think that's how I save it. Click up, open there, then overwrite there. Now you don't have to think that right now you are done. You are not yet done. You see that if I just select on that one, I go to edit type and I try to check if that, you know, profile is there. Rectangular mirror C channel. Oh, perfect. It's right there, as you can see. So let me try to pick it. All right. Which one am I trying to change? Sorry for that. Let me check this one, because the one that I want to change is not this other one, but this one. So if I click there, let me change it from here. All right, this one here, edit. What am I trying to do here? We have the grids. Okay, just a moment. There's something that I want to check. Maximum spacing. We have the grids, the mullions, rectangular mullions. Okay, actually, let me try to pick the one that I have created. C channel. Which one is this? Did I create it the way the name is? Okay, let me select on it, apply. Okay. All right. Okay. So you notice that it will not change here. So there's one step that you have to do. So what you need to do is this. You need to go down here under these families, as you can see. So you see that if I search for mullion, okay? If I search for mullion, I can go to rectangular mullion. I'll select this one, maybe the last one, which is number 3. I'll pick that one, then right click, and I'm going to duplicate this one. Or maybe let me select on that one once again, select on this one, right click, want to duplicate. Okay, duplicate from there. This is number 4. So we have this one as number 4. Now, if I select on it once again, let me escape first of all, right click, and if I go to type properties here, you see that now you can change the profile that you want to use. Let me change this one. There's the one that I created right there. Actually, it's the same one. Let me click. It's called C channel mullion, apply. Okay. Now I know this one is number 4. So let me try now to change these palings. Okay. This one, for example, let me even pick it from here. If I select on it, let me move my cursor there, select on it. Let me pick number 4. I can't change it from here. Okay, let me change it from there. If I pick the one which is called number 4, sorry for that. Let me select this one, the roof, okay, which is a sloped glazing, edit. Then I'll pick this one, where is number 4, right here, apply. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, that channel is on top. So this is just the additional step. Once you create, you know, that profile there, you need to come here, duplicate one of these. And now once you select on it, right click and go to type properties here, make sure that the profile is changed from here. That way, if you now go back here and select it, you are going to have it like that. Now, let me go back here and go to the right, and you can see that it's way too much there. I just want to drop it a bit, and I can go to the offset. Where is the offset? There, the one I used to change. Okay, I can even use edit profile and simply maybe just move it down a bit, just like that. Click on finish. Okay, it's almost there. I can go ahead and move it down if I want. As you can see, it's perfect there. Now, there's this one. I can even move these things one by one if I want. Am I able to move it? I can do that. Let me select on that one. And let me try to move it. Anyway, I will not waste time trying to move these things. As you can see, if I go to my 3D view, I have the, you know, the channel there on top, and what I can simply do is to select this one, and this is the sloped glazing. Now it has some parts. You see that if I select on it, click on tab, it has these panels. So I will just right click, select all instances, invisible view. Then I can hide this one, HH on my keyboard, so that I just remain with these ones. Then I'll go down there and click on apply, hide, isolate. And as you can see, I can go there and just try to change some, you know, graphics here. Click on apply, go to lighting and remove the shadow and the sun, maybe apply, okay. And you can see this is what we have, and in this way you're able to create such kind of a frame. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you like my videos and subscribe to my channel. See you in some upcoming lessons.